There's no easy way to tell you this.
I really don't like bad news, Pip.
It wasn't very easy for me when I was told yesterday. So I'll try and tell it in a way I think you'll understand best. Because the nurse, who smells like apple washing up liquid, says that it's really very important that I help you to make sense of all this. Because this world isn't always easy to understand. Definitely not for a polar bear. But now that you've been mine for nearly a month, and now that things are possibly going to change in a really very big way for us, in a forever kind of way, I have to tell you. Granny and Grandad are on the brink of extinction.
I'd like to bury my head in the snow.
See? I only found out how on the brink of extinction they are yesterday, from the nurse who hugs Mum, and I was too sad to say, but the nurse said she'd be on hand to help me tell you today, and to show you the new breathing beds in the lounge where Granny and Grandad are going to sleep from now on.
Oh, Pip.
Oh, Lady Polar Bear, shh. Very soon, Granny and Grandad will be all gone. I mean, they'll be gone. Mum told me not to say all gone, because it's not like when you finish your tea or your yoghurt.
All I want is to go to the park and play and pretend everything better.
Not today, Lady Polar Bear. Maybe not for a while. Because my grandparents are dying out. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to say that. I'm supposed to just say dying. Mum says not to say dying out. Sorry. I'm all in a muddle. Soon, Granny and Grandad are going to die. And dying means going away. It means they'll be gone. And that makes me feel the saddest I've ever felt. And it's all right if it makes you feel very sad too. It's all right if the word gone makes your insides knot and your toes all prickly.
The word gone makes me want to roar.
But we've got to grow up. Give me your paw. Yesterday, Mum told me there isn't long left. She explained things to me that I already knew. Things I knew not to get upset at. Like Grandad not eating. Like Gran with her headaches. Like the toilet's new rails and the seat in the shower. Like the red buttons hanging like medals around Gran and Grandad's necks. I asked her how long not long was. And I waited for a reply that didn't come. So I thought of you and the Nat Geo channel and the red list of threatened species that I've learned off by heart. And I told Mum about it. Least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, extinct in the wild, extinct. When I got to the end, she asked me to go through it again. She put her hand on my knee and squeezed twice. Too far down the list for me to be pleased that I'd asked. Because there's really not long left at all.
I need a nuzzle.
Oh. Mwah. When I saw them yesterday, the smell of I don't know what in the lounge turned my tummy. And I got a case of the collywobbles. Because I worried they wouldn't want me to see them like that, in their separate beds, drifting. Because they made me think of the skinny polar bear on the Nat Geo channel. The one that made me sad and made Gran and Grandad buy you for me. The one with the sagging skin alone on his ice cap. too tired to fish, too lonely for friendship. Skin 3 sizes too large for his body. It's because when I look at them, I think they look like they're drifting further and further away from each other. And I'm angry at myself for not being strong enough to push their beds together, like 2 floating ice caps, and make them one once more. Because I know they'd be happier together. I imagine them pawing at each other, nuzzling each other, licking each other's wounds, nose to nose. Because that's what they might really do if we all left them alone. Isn't it?
Let's go on an adventure.
But I told you there's no time to play.
Let's make every last day, every last drop of time an adventure. Let's go to the North Pole, across the ice and snow, to see Granny and Grandad.
I've got sweaty paws at the thought, Lady Polar Bear.
This will be our greatest adventure.
And our saddest, too.
Give me your paw. We have to make it to the North Pole.
No bear left behind. Big breath, Bear.
Big breath, Pip.
You nuzzle Grandad, and I'll nuzzle Granny with my cold little nose.
Polar. Pip was played by Rena Mahoney. Polar was written by Chloë Lawrence Taylor. The dramaturgs were Ant Stones and Tom Powell. The sound engineer was Louis Blatherwick. Sound designer and composer was John Nichols, and the director was Polly Thomas. Polar was a naked production for Pentabus.